Welcome to Trope RPG, a show where chaotic comedians roleplay through your favorite movie genres. For Season 3, we've been inspired by films like The Searchers and The Magnificent Seven to do a classic Western. A group of gunslingers are on a quest for revenge, tracking down an old foe along a dusty trail. Our gunslingers are Mark Bonanno.
I was born fully formed at 36 years old.
Broden Kelly.
Hard to spot sperm in the moonlight.
Mish Wittrup.
I love this fucking Western shit.
And Zachary Ruane.
You're too weak to lick, but when you feel better, you can lick.
I'm your game director, Matthew Jackson, and this is Trope RPG, Rootin, Tootin, Revenge!
Woo! Bang!
Oh, welcome to the Old West, folks. How we feeling?
It's dusty.
It's dusty.
Yeah.
It's dusty.
Smells like horse.
God.
And shit.
And opportunity.
Wow.
For some.
And shit.
Yeah. And oil.
Yeah, and oily shit.
And oily shit.
Man, I'm so excited for this one. We've got like such fun character archetypes. Can I just like chat about them a little bit?
Absolutely.
A horse whisperer.
That's me.
Mish. We got a mountain man. Mm-hmm. We got a snake oil salesman. And we got a sharpshooter.
Yeah, I just read that.
Yeah.
When I read the email, it said come dressed as a sharpshooter.
Uh-huh.
I was going to come in a school uniform. But then I read a little further.
You kept texting me being like, do you have camo pants?
Yeah,
Do
yeah.
you have cargo pants and an ankle
Do you have a
length
Marilyn
jacket?
Manson t-shirt?
Yeah.
It
It
was
was like, yes, I have those things, brother, but why do you want
I
them?
kept getting texts from Broden that just said, don't come into Trope tomorrow.
He asked me if I had any spare 9x19mm rounds, and I was like, dude.
But then I read a little further.
Oh, yeah.
And I went, oh, it's a Western.
It's cowboys.
But
Still doesn't explain why you've got so many explosives.
Yeah.
I got to prove a point later.
Yeah.
But before then, but a Western, does that mean we're dressed like people from Perth?
That's Western Australia, Broden.
Wow.
Do you understand the difference?
Well, no. What is the history of the word Western?
The West?
It's based on the westward expansion.
Yeah, the frontier of the
Yeah.
West.
So they started on the east. There was like I think San Francisco was on the west, but it was the westward expansion through the middle.
So, are we going to be dressed like we're going to a Crown Casino in Perth?
Well, we can find. I mean, hey, we can
Will
find
Smith
out.
wrote a beautiful song about it. If you just listen to that, that should explain most things.
He
why don't-
insulted Chris Rock.
Yes, he
He
did.
did.
Well, there's a lot of questions here, and
it was planned.
I think it's time to.
It was planned.
I think
Oh,
it's
you
time
think
to
it was-
discover.
It was to get the ratings up.
I work in the entertainment
I-
industry, not at that
So
level.
as we
You can see Chris like he's waiting for it, and then he like
No, I don't.
he preempts it.
I
He
really
does.
don't.
we
I
see
really
we
don't.
see an equivalent historically accurate conversation occurring as we zoom in on the top of a ridge. It is late at
Bold and
night.
beautiful?
There is a beautiful warm campfire in the middle of your camp. You four, in addition to one other lady who's a part of your gang, have just pulled off a wonderful stagecoach robbery. You managed to completely disarm the drivers. You spot a snake or a fire. Is it just fire?
Yeah.
Well, I'll say that's a perfect way to transition.
Yeah.
What are each of you doing around the campfire as the flickering sort of shadows leap up? Well, Broden, can you tell me a little bit? What was that scream? What does your character look like?
Well, I was like, why are we standing away from the fire? Like we're kind of protesting the fire, like looking away from it.
You are.
But then I realized that, no, I'm standing with my bum against it.
Yes.
And then I'll go and sit down on a chair and feel the warmth on of the fire on my bum.
It's glorious. And
then
what do we see as you sort of take that seat? What does your character look like?
He looks like, picture this.
Yes.
He has a flannelette shirt
Yes.
and a kubra,
Yes.
a red beard.
Yes. And what's his name?
His name, he goes by
Go on.
Bell Street Sizzlers.
Bell Street Sizzlers.
Nice.
So Bell Street.
That would have been a name back then.
Oh,
Can I-
absolutely.
Well, and it wouldn't have been weird.
No.
No, in fact, I think you all know a couple of Bell Street Sizzlers.
Yeah, I know the Sizzler family very
Yeah.
well.
It's-
I know a bell, I know a street, I know a sizzler.
Mr. Sizzler.
It became a Lone Star
When it comes
Steakhouse.
to eating, they take it all.
Mr. Sizzler.
I have a soft serve machine.
You have a soft serve machine, and what does that mean in this context?
It means I don't I shoot and I
Is that
ask
like-
questions later.
I imagine soft serve machine is like the what is it, like the engraved name on like a long rifle on your back.
yeah.
And you got like 2 6-shooters each in a belt as our sharpshooter sits down on his toasty tush.
He's doing his work for you.
Did you name your rifle soft serve machine?
Yeah, and I have a little knife in my pocket that
What's
I call a block of jelly.
Yeah, nice.
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 Yeah.
So you're sitting there just like relaxing in the camp. Mish,
Yeah.
as sort of the firelight flickers around in this campsite, what are you doing? Where do we find you and what do you look like?
I'm hanging out with my horse. At the top, there was a lot of suggestion about whether my horses could be beautiful. It's a fucking ugly horse.
Oh, it's
the
like
ugliest
old
fucking
nag.
horse
It's
you've
like
ever seen.
seen some days.
Yeah, but I love this horse. I'm hanging out with my horse.
Reactionary.
He's a big.
Yeah, it's a super reactive horse. It's on a lot of anxiety medication.
Yeah. Is it big like a Clydesdale?
Like wide.
It's
Wide?
It's a wide, very short
a
horse.
wide, frail horse.
Is
Is
it-
bad.
is it like-
Frail, not so much.
Sounds
It's like,
like
a
a
big
chode
brick
size-
shit
chode-
house. I have a
chode-sized
chode.
horse?
It's a
Yeah.
chode-sized horse.
But
Yeah, wider than
what's
it
its
is
name?
tall.
What's its name?
Barry.
Barry.
Um,
So
and-
you're there tending to Barry.
Yeah, I'm tending to Barry. Just hanging out with Barry. Barry's like my best mate.
Yeah.
We've been together for a really long time. A lot of people don't understand
you're
Barry
sort of brushing
because of his reactivity. He can't really be around a lot of other people or horses.
He's fully like as you're brushing and like
Yeah.
even at just the extremely soft sound of Bell Street Sizzler taking a seat on a log, Barry's like pulling.
Oh, it's up. It's like wants to see what's going on. It's
Yeah.
pissing itself with excitement.
It's just shooting out. And so you're brushing him. What does your character look like?
She's blonde. She's got blue eyes, pigtails,
Yeah.
and a tight little fucking body. Like, a real fucking tight little body. But like,
Is she
yeah.
18 from Cali?
No. I'd say she's like in her mid-20s.
Yeah.
She was actually she was a city girl, but she left a toxic relationship and fled to a small country town.
Fuck yeah.
Where she fell in love with a rancher.
And what's her name? What's her name?
Her name is Bonnie Blue Thoroughbred.
Wow.
Beautiful.
Bonnie Blue.
Yeah, Bonnie Blue Thoroughbred. And that's me and
Wow.
my short chode horse named Barry.
As you're sort of brushing him, keeping him calm as you've described, sporadically pisses and shits
Yeah.
out of fear. As the sort of
But that's what it is. It is fear. It's not aggression.
no, he's a timid creature, even though he is powerful.
Powerful.
What scares him the most?
The idea of me leaving. Anyway, he's
Separation anxiety.
He has separation anxiety like fucking crazy. I can't leave the house.
Where did you find this horse?
I
character?
adopted him from the North Melbourne.
Wow,
Lost dogs home.
Yeah,
Wow,
nice.
wow, wow.
Yeah.
A freak of a creature.
Yeah.
Sort of as the horse stamps, we see like a cutaway as the camp light flickers even more. And Zach, would you tell us where are you sitting around the campfire? What are you doing? Or maybe you're not around the circle of the fire, but you're tending to something in the camp.
I'm over by the tent. I'm cleaning myself off. These fellas,
Little metal water basins.
they're all dusty. They're all dusty, and they don't care. But I'm cleaning myself off. I like to look presentable.
A refined gentleman.
You're
Yeah.
using a bit of CeraVe?
I'm using whatever the old west equivalent is of those little Nivea packets. But like whatever that is, I think
I
it's
reckon.
like a
I
rag
reckon
or
the.
something.
I reckon it's you have a series of rags that have been folded up and down. Sort of like how a southern gentleman has his like one. It's just a fat stack of like those little
hankies.
quarter hankies that you're just working your way through.
That's exactly what it is. I got a fat stack of hankies.
Wiping the sweat off.
Because
your
that's
forehead.
my weapon. My weapon is being presentable. I don't have any guns. I swore off
That we
them
can
years
see.
ago. No,
No.
I swore off guns. Years
No
ago.
guns.
I don't use
Wow.
guns. I refuse to ever since a mysterious event in my past.
Tell me.
No, it is a big secret. It's a very big secret. Something happened long ago, and I swore off guns. I feel that I can get everything I need with my wit and my hankies.
We may just have to find. We may have to find that out as we go on our
Yeah.
adventure. But
I'm a time traveler.
so you say.
I mean, I was holding that off, bro.
I
I was gonna reveal that. But then I was going to do a little fun. No, I'll save it. Still.
He said they've still fit their
He's
head.
time travel. Well, I mean, you can say you're a time travel. If you're trapped in the Old West, that's a wonderful time.
Yeah, that's what I know. I've learned about you is I can say anything and you'll make it work.
I've got
What
that's the
period
job.
did you travel from?
I've only travelled. I can only travel.
Backwards. Forwards slowly day by day.
Forward in time a second at a time.
Yeah.
By time travel, I mean I exist through time.
Yeah, okay.
I didn't exist in one moment. I travel forward at a second per second.
That's actually a really mindful way for a man who's paid to kill. That's a mindful way to live.
It's like 24. You did a promo like 24. It's like the first ever time travel in real time.
That's what I mean.
Zach, may I ask, for your distinguished gentleman washing himself up, what's he wearing?
He's wearing a linen suit.
Yes.
He's wearing a linen suit, but all the way down because he doesn't have the benefit of a desk. So he's wearing linen pants as well, not jeans like me.
I wouldn't have known.
He's wearing very nice cowboy boots, but he has a bolo tie.
Yes.
Unlike me last night, who was like, "Fuck, I wish I had a bolo tie."
And what's his name? Does he have any embroidered? Is his name like embroidered on any of his?
No.
Or on the
because he
handkerchief.
goes by
Yeah,
many
the-
names.
Oh, he goes by many names.
He goes by many names, and in fact, that's what they call him. They call
Many
him many names because they don't even know my name.
That's a fun
Oh,
name.
you've kept it close to your chest.
When I first introduced myself to them, it was Broden, and they explained to me that would be confusing, but never really got to why, because there was no one in the group called Broden.
But
They were
everybody,
like, just drop it, and I said, okay.
every character that you would talk to would get a nosebleed when you said that.
Everyone would just be like, oh wait,
like God was telling them.
But no, I go by many names.
As many names keeps washing up, the campfire sort of flickers around. Mark, could you tell us where are you around the camp? What are you doing? What do you look like?
I'm standing right over the campfire, breathing in all the smoke.
Oh, who's this man?
Eyes rolled back.
Because that to me is it's purer than normal air.
You're gonna get cancer.
I might pass out and fall into the flames,
Yeah.
but no, not me. I'm a mountain man.
Yeah.
And I'm 2,000 kilos.
Jesus.
Fuck.
I'm 8 foot. 8 foot, 18 inches.
What's making up the weight? Because 2,000 kilos
Pure muscle.
over 8 foot is not like are you made of like steel or
Yes.
something or like lard or
No, well, I'm made of lard.
Is this all muscle? Is
Lard and
you-
steel. I'm made of lard and steel.
Wow.
And I'm wearing the skin of the bear that I was birthed from. I was not born like a regular man. Wow. I was born fully formed at 36 years old
this- Yep.
from the womb of a bear out of a tree. Wow. And then I ate the bear.
You ate your own mum.
Well, it wasn't really my mum.
Like a guardian.
Yeah.
You ate your own guardian.
You ate your own guardian?
Yeah.
But so you this intimidating figure huffing the smoke.
Yes.
What's your name?
Winston Breakneck Abalone.
That's right.
What do you think of that?
I love it.
Great. And I don't have guns either, but what I do have is an army of critters.
Wow.
Yeah, I got little critters.
What's around you? What's
I got little birds, little bluebirds, little squirrels.
Raccoon.
Yeah, ferrets. And they're always sort of like crawling around me, kind of like fleas, like a dog that has fleas. But I love all these critters, and we often kiss in the moonlight.
I'm gonna call you Winnie for short.
Winnie.
Yeah.
All right.
So we've got Winnie, we've got Winnie the Bear, we've got Bell Street Sizzler, we've got Many Names, and we've got Blonnie Bluebell Thoroughbred.
I don't think that's what I said, but okay.
Or was it Bonnie
Bonnie Blue.
Bonnie
Blue Thoroughbred.
Bonnie Blue Thoroughbred. As you're around the fire, but there is a fifth member to your gang. She is an older lady. She's got sort of like hair sort of pulled back into a bun. She's probably getting up to like in the Old West. She's getting up to about like 57, early 60s.
old,
She's
yeah.
older. She's got grey running through her hair.
Wouldn't be on Australian film and TV.
That's for you to say, I guess.
Yeah, I know it's the industry. It's indicative, I think.
Well, she's
She's at least transferred from film to long form series.
Sure, yeah, sure.
It's like an Asher Keddy. Is this what we're talking about?
She's not.
And if she managed her super really well, she's looking towards retirement within the next 5 to 10.
We're talking Madge.
Oh, like a Rebecca Gibbs.
It's actually interesting you're saying that because she's been talking about getting out of the gang of the game for a while now, and she's
So she's done really. She really did manage her super well.
She
consolidated throughout her whole life.
You have actually you managed to do very well in that you have a big old pile of loot that you've got, which is like full of banknotes, and you got a loot crate of gold things that you open
Whiskey?
not protected. You got whiskey, you got grog, you've got everything you need.
Egg whites?
Egg white's hard to come by, but you're the mountain man. Perhaps
I've
you can
got a
loot
funny
some
one.
nests.
Yeah.
Gold bullions.
As she's coming around, she's done a lot of the hard work around this camp. As a lot of you are you're tending to your horse, you're huffing smoke, you're washing yourself up, you're having a sit. She's the one sort of setting it up. She's put the pot of stew on the boil that you're all eating, and she sort of looks around. She goes, "Hey, well done, everybody. This was a what's
She's gonna
wrong?
jump into the
Hey,
fucking fire.
Hey, no, I'm not jumping into the fire.
You're gonna kill yourself?
I'm not going to
Please
kill
don't
myself.
kill yourself.
We've done a good job, and I just wanted to toast a cheers. I don't have a good drink, but perhaps toast the stew as she sort of holds it up to each of you. She goes, "Well done, rustling that stagecoach."
Now, can I just say, if my character was a time traveler, I would love the fact that she's about 50% Bill Clinton.
Yeah. And her name, by the way, is Rita Rattlesnake. Is her
Rita
name.
Rattlesnake.
But
Sounds ominous.
people call her Rattlesnake. People call her Rita. But she is like a famed gunslinger. She sort of helped sort of gather this gang. But I think I'm almost done. But I just wanted to say well done before we all go to sleep.
Thank you.
Rattlesnake.
And as the sort of fire dims, as you all sort of bed down for the night, you sleep a deep, deep sleep.
Like
That's
deep
sort of-
REM.
Like REM, yes. Your eyes are like flickering under the lids, and you feel like that warmth of that stew really like sort of lulling you to sleep. And in the morning, something uncanny happens as the dawn comes. Is your stomach feels like even deeper in sleep, and you feel a sense of awful paralysis for each of you over your bodies. As you realize, as each of your eyes are able to open, but locked in place, as Rita is there throwing some saddlebags over her own horse that she has, because she seems to not care for yours at all.
Bitch.
And she puts all of your loot, all of your gold from like the years that you've been running together into one of her saddlebags. She goes, "Hey gang, I hate to tell you all this, but I am thinking of splitting off and going my own way." And look,
you're just thinking about it, are you?
you
just
can't talk. She goes, "Oh my sweet."
I don't think we're gagged.
Can we move? Can we move?
You can't move, unfortunately.
So we're just flopping
As
around,
you're
going.
flopping around. This is what I'm talking about. You can try your map, but don't come after me or I'll shoot you on sight. It has been wonderful running together.
The clouds are moving back and forth.
Yes. I'd say it's almost like hallucinogenic as you are stuck in this sleep paralysis.
It's fucking with me.
And she's...
They got to turn around, wait, and wait for it, and back they go.
She sees that you're looking across her shoulder, and she's like, "Oh, Bell Street Sizzler, I'm gonna miss you the most.
Yes, thank you.
I've almost got the mind," as you sort of say in your mind. You can hear your own voice in your head, but
Yes.
it's not coming out loud.
Yeah.
I can read your eyes like a book, so
Yeah.
just think it and I'll hear it. I'm almost of a mind to take your gun.
Not his gun.
Oh, I see it's starting to wear off. Hey, later, gang. I hope I see you never. And she, and she is
Wait,
riding.
did she
off.
take Sizzler's gun?
She decided not to.
Oh, okay. That was a weird thing for her to express to us before she left.
You see her riding.
She just wanted to tell us that she had a favourite and then left? What the fuck?
I wanted to.
You see her riding back. You see her riding back. She goes, I forgot. And she comes over to you and she goes, you're my favorite. And then she gets back up on her horse and she's like, yeah.
He's always been everyone's favourite.
I know.
Read a rattlesnake.
The hours wind by.
I love that for all of us, for the three of us, the revenge here, or the goal here will be to get revenge for stealing our gold. For you, it will be for not picking you as your favourite.
I put so much work into my relationship with Rita. We'd had D&Ms up the wazoo, man. We'd talked about horses and like we braided each other's hair.
So you're all thinking this as you start to regain. I would say you have now regained control.
I
of your
reckon that the
bodies.
rage I felt was able to push that through quite quickly. I'm now expressing this.
Yeah.
Like
Rita
this
and I-
bitch. I think it's fair to say that all of you would have assumed that I was her favourite.
Well, Rita and I would make love when no one was looking.
Rita likes
So
my
I thought
footy
I
pod.
was.
Rita
I thought-
never shared that with me.
No, she wouldn't. Of course she would. She
Why?
didn't know that I was her favourite.
That's fucked.
As you're sort of all talking about this, you're able to follow the trail with the sort of deep pit of revenge in your hearts. You're able to get on the road and follow at least to the closest town that you know. She's also taking all your supplies, so you're like really cooked. But you know there is a small town nearby. As you're riding down the range into it, you see the small dusty town of Yester. Yester
Hill.
is a little classic town. It's got a saloon, a combination barber, doctor, dentist.
A place where they sell raspberry drops.
A place where they sell raspberry drops.
Yeah.
They-
A place where you can dress up and take photos.
You can see a whole gold bar melted into liquid
yeah.
and then re-poured.
A visitor centre with a 500-seat theatre.
Yeah,
And
educational lectures.
half the students at Ballarat Arts Academy
And only
sitting
$80.
around on their phones.
Only $80 to get in.
Crazy.
I will say, you do see, while you don't see any students on their phones, you do see a number of people sort of walking back and forth from the blacksmiths and the stables, and quite a hubbub occurring outside the saloon. But you're in the town of Yester, you four.
Yester.
What are you doing?
Well, I always love a hubbub. I feel a hubbub is where I do my best work. So I say, let's all head to the hubbub.
Is that how you say it to the group?
Yeah, I say, let's all head to the hubbub. That's where I do my best work.
That's how my character talks now.
continue?
The stew just fucked me up. The stew fucked me up. So now I can only speak in grunts.
And we're having to drag him along.
Yeah.
Like, we've roped it. He weighs 2,000.
Well, I look like Kingpin in Spider-Verse.
With just a bear skin.
We're rolling him everywhere we go.
Great.
She gave him brain damage.
Yeah, well, no, you know, and I got big
brain's
bear
still
skin. I got
Is that-
critters crawling all
Is
over.
that what
me.
your character says?
I'm like, they got hoits here?
Who are you asking?
Everyone. They got hoits here? Oh.
You see, as you go past an older gentleman, he you see an older gentleman. He is dressed. He's got the little white collar. You can tell he's a reverend of the chapel here. He goes,
Reverend.
hello
They
there.
got hoits here?
I don't understand, sir. What is a horse?
Movies.
Movies?
Yeah.
Like a picture?
Picture show.
A picture show? I'm sorry, we're not so fancy. We're just a small honest.
You got any of them
Oh, they've
high
got a
kicking
palace.
You got any of them high kicking?
A palace?
Yeah.
Yeah, if they're small and they don't have a Hoyts, they might have a palace.
We
Ask if
don't
they
have a palace here. I'm sorry, man.
You don't have a palace?
No,
what
we're
the
just
fuck
a
kind
small
of town is this?
I'm just a God-fearing man.
Even a
The words-
Chuka has a palace.
A Chuka?
Yeah.
I'm so sorry, but you out-of-town folk, I don't quite understand what you're talking about.
Reverend, if you haven't got movies, you got any of them high kicking ladies?
Oh, you'll be wanting to go check in at the saloon.
Oh, that's where the hubbub is.
But this is where I
here's
say
the
to
thing:
him-
that saloon is a place of sin.
Yeah,
the
and I
Last
agree with
Chance
you.
Saloon is I would steer clear. I would say if you're just moving through the town, you'll be wanting to go to the general store, get what you need, and keep going on your way.
Well, I say to him, now don't you listen to these folks here. I'm a God-fearing man just like yourself. In fact, I'm the son of a reverend. Tell me, where is your church?
Oh my goodness! Can you give me a treating roll? So our stats are camping, treating, shooting, and riding. And this is treating. You're trying to treat a good relationship here. The number here is going to be just a 6 to win this reverend over.
15.
A 15. He is immediately won over by you. You get the impression that this reverend will help you in any way he can as another God-fearing individual. What was it you wanted against it?
This accent's hard. We need to go down to the church, you see, because we had some people who believed in witchcraft and atheism steal all our money, you see. Steal the money we were going to give to the poor in the next town over.
My goodness.
So we need to pray.
We were.
We need to pray. We need to pray.
What's happening?
We're having a private conversation over your shoulder.
Well, you come to the chapel whenever you need. I'll give you whatever you need
Mate.
to help.
Oh, no. I don't need any money. I just need to pray that it comes into my lap. Unless, of course, you want to offer us some money. And then I wink at them all again.
Well, if
Well, if you want something to come into your lap, maybe we should go to the saloon.
Yeah.
If you're, excuse me, sir.
That was foul. That was absolute foulness.
It's the Wild West.
This man has moments of lucidity in between his grunts to say the most foul things.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I thought you could talk.
This man seems to come out of
I go, and then that's what it means, and everyone understands.
Yeah.
It's like a Chewbacca situation.
Yeah, very much so. So, I think we should split up.
Okay.
Well, why don't you go to Cottesloe?
He says to you, the Reverend sort of understanding that you're having more of an internal conversation, he sort of backs away. He goes, if you need some money and your intentions are true, the church would be happy to provide. And he goes over to the chapel.
Oh, wow, okay.
Well, I try to convince these guys, come on, like, don't be fucking idiots. Let's go to
You
the
can just
church.
talk to them.
Boys. And I call you a boy. You're one of the boys.
Yeah.
I say,
Yeah.
No, that's fair. I'm not like other girls.
This character. I say, boys, ladies and gentlemen, because it's very gendered in the West. Ladies and gentlemen, I have a proposition for you. Let's go to the church and get some money, and then we can go and see if there's a Hoyts.
Can we split up?
You certainly may.
Because there's the saloon, there's the hubbub at the saloon.
I'm curious about the saloon, to be
Yeah,
perfectly honest.
there's the church, and then there's also the general store.
Sure. You want to dip your head into the saloon?
Well, we need stuff.
Yeah.
But we don't have any money.
You don't have any.
We need to get money first.
maybe it's
To
church.
pay for the women and the rope and shit that we need.
How are we getting money?
Women,
Women and rope.
How are we getting money from the church? What do we need the rope for?
I don't know, we need supplies and
Jabari.
shit. That's what they buy in
Women
this
and
little
rope,
fuck
right?
town.
It's all you need in the Wild West.
Yeah, that's all you need.
Isn't that the name of the campaign? Women and rope?
The SEO on that was apparently bad.
Hey, every time I've seen anything on a small little town, there's always someone buying rope.
Yeah.
And I figure, I bet you so much fucking doubloon, or whatever they have in the West, that we are going to need that rope at some point.
All right.
Should two of us go to the church and two of us go to the saloon?
We need... Wait, we still need to get... Like, the saloon's not going to have rope.
But we don't have any money to buy the rope.
Why are we going to the saloon?
I don't know, maybe to rob
All
some.
right,
we
I'll
can rob
say this.
someone.
Who's going to the saloon and who's going to the church?
We're lawbreakers.
Should we go to the saloon?
Going to the
That
saloon.
means very much so,
And you
yes,
two are going to
please.
the church?
Yeah.
All right.
You don't have to if you don't want.
Yeah,
you can
you can
stay.
do it. You can do it.
I'm pretty chill. But I'll just go wherever.
I'll say, Bell Street Sizzler, you're getting some fearful looks. With the fact that you're so strapped, you can see there are like two people sort of sitting on a porch outside what appears to be like the general store. And I'll say you can see another one inside. They appear, you can definitely tell it's like a family business as they all look sort of similar. And you see like sort of three pretty
What do you
burly,
mean by that?
burly boys. They all appear similar.
I accept
facial
that.
features.
I accept that.
I accept that world. And they are like eyeing you up. Like as they're like, you see one sort of like stacking some shelves, but they are like frowning, looking at you, and like honestly like at all of you by like association.
Yeah.
And like whispering like troubles just brewed into
Yeah.
town.
I shoot them.
Oh my god.
Okay, you pull the gun.
So extreme.
Oh my
You
god.
pull the gun. One of them sitting on the porch.
I threaten to shoot them.
Okay, what do you say as he goes?
Say, fuck you looking at?
Whoa there, mister! What the hell are you pulling that gun for?
Yeah, that was so unnecessary.
You
We
see
haven't even
another one at the back of the
decided
shop.
what we're doing.
He pulls a shotgun out from underneath the thing and goes, "You don't point a gun at my son!"
Yeah. I say, what do you call this then? You fuck?
We're
I
gonna
say,
lose him
fucking-
so
You
early.
trying me, sir?
I'm trying to reason with you.
I step in front. I want to de-escalate the situation.
Okay, you
I
know.
get in between the guns.
Well, I would love, even though you're not firing the gun, I would love a shooting roll from you.
Yeah.
Just to show like the steadiness of your hand, how you're aiming, because they're reading every part of you.
I
and-
come from an era where fight, flight, freeze. Like I'm not engaged with that concept.
Yeah.
So I'm like, someone looked at me. I'm like, and then I just went straight
to, and I'll say incredible speed for pulling it out.
Thank you.
But let's see how well it's aimed and how steady your hand is. Give me a.
19.
no, you got to roll.
That doesn't count. It's got to roll in the dice roll.
Oh.
And also, I'll tell you the
Fuck
number.
that 19, man.
You need a 15. It's got to be in the. It's got to be in the
gotta roll
tray.
it.
It's got to be a 15.
No,
in your
yours.
tray.
Fine, you have your own, Broden.
Broden,
Right here.
stop!
Broden, stop it.
19 again.
Wow. As you pull it out,
divine.
incredible speed. And you see like a shakiness in all of them as they're like, can see that you're like a skilled hand,
Yeah.
a skilled gunslinger.
Yeah.
And you see one of the boys like lowers his dad's weapon and goes, "Pa, it ain't worth it. Pa,
Yeah.
Pa, no."
Yeah.
And as you step in front, also an act of intimidation given your size.
Yes.
And but
And
they
I set
seem-
up a base camp
Yeah.
just in between them using sticks and tarp.
Can you give me a camp and roll of just 8 to speedily do this?
I got 13.
13. You set up a small camp in front of them. They say, "What in tarnation?
Okay.
What are you doing, sir?" "Oh, leave him alone, son. He's simple." And they like move him back inside.
That is truly mental.
Well, our volatile friend here was just about to start shooting.
That's what he does.
And I camp.
We gotta get moving in like 20 minutes.
Well, now we can all sit around this beautiful structure.
You see one of the boys come over to you. He's like a burly lad, and he goes, "Hey guys, I didn't mean for my father to get off on the wrong foot. How about I buy you a round of drinks in the saloon?" And like starts like ushering you into the saloon.
This is great.
Like all of you.
This is great.
As you sort of come into the saloon, you see it's fairly dusty in here. There are like a few people in the corner.
Is there a man playing piano?
There is a man playing ragtime in the corner. And you see as the doors like, and you all come in, the like hubbub, the chatter of people like, "Oh yeah, man, go up on it." As it all just like drops to silence as the four of you come in.
Yeah.
And you see like the bartender, "Well, howdy, boys and fine lady. What is there something I can get for you?" And the guy behind says, "Yeah, I think we can buy the four of these folk some mighty fine drinks, if you understand my saying." And he goes to take a swing at the back of your head.
Really?
Really.
Bartender.
Not the bartender, the person who's just brought you into the saloon. And you see
What, the small boy?
He was a burly lad.
Oh, I thought he was like a small child. Okay.
He was once a small child,
He was
but
once.
now he's a burly
But
lad.
he apparently you can tell instantly why he's brought you in here. You can tell there are townsfolk in here that are immediately on his side as they like stand up, and one of them goes, "It's a good old fashioned brawl!" and like jumps in and is just chaos. You see a mug, and you get hit in the. Somebody goes to punch you in the side of the head.
One of my squirrels
Yes.
comes up
Yes.
and goes to take the whole fist
It fully
in its mouth.
I'll say give me a camp and roll. Give me a camp in just a 3 for this loyal squirrel. That's a 2. This squirrel, rather than him stopping punching the squirrel because an animal's got in the way, he fully just and it just and you know this squirrel against the wall, blood smear.
Jesse Garcia! That's the name of that squirrel.
But what sound actually comes out?
Of me.
Yeah.
Can I, so while this fight started
Yeah.
to break out, I'm
Yeah.
assuming no one's swinging at me because
Not
I'm
yet.
just a silly little baby girl.
You just
But,
did this.
yeah, don't. No, oh my God. I see the piano. Can I try and do what they do sometimes in the movies where she starts to play and sing and distracts them all with how
Oh, yeah,
beautiful
yeah,
and
yeah.
talented she is and they all stop fighting just to watch her?
Cool. There's a pianist who's there with his like sort of. He's got those like old timey like girder straps on his arms as he's playing. He like shifts over to the side so that you're next to him, and he start playing. Can you give me a treatin'?
Is he scoring? Is he continuing what he was playing, or is he scoring?
He's sped it.
what's
He's
going on?
definitely
Yeah.
sped it up.
Yeah, great. Yeah.
And I want to slip in and do a real like,
Oh, yeah.
excuse me, and like full sex it up.
Okay.
And try and distract all of these like fighting men with a that these guys can get out.
There is also there's like a short stage on the other end of the room as well.
Oh yeah, I could just get up with them no, they don't have a microphone. I just get up and like,
Start doing
tuck
the
my
show.
skirt into my panty kind of deal, you know?
Yeah, cool. This is going to be tough given that everyone's out for blood.
Yeah. But my body is tight.
Body is tight. I'm going to still put this at a 10. I'm going to still put this at a 10 for you.
You tighten up your whole body.
I got an 8.
You got an 8. You can tell it's definitely distracted, so it's going to help other people.
All
if
right.
they're
Can
gonna
I
be-
try and back that up? They didn't notice me coming in. They sort of walked in.
You
ahead of me.
sidle
I
in.
always sidle in a little bit later. For
Okay, you just like
situations
slide
like
in the
this.
door.
I pretend to be one of the townsfolk, and I say, "Oh my lord, who is this beautiful lady singing?" to try and like bolster her kind of attempt to calm things down. I go, "Now, fellow townsfolk, is this a beautiful
You
lady
see just
singing
like,
a
there's
dance
just like
for
a
us?"
bottle flying past.
Yeah.
Someone gets out a flick knife who's squaring up against you, Bell Street Sizzler. He's like, I'm gonna skin you, you fancy gunslinger, and take your guns.
Hey.
Oh my lord! Yeah.
As that's happening, you try this. You try to like proclaim how amazing the show is, get some heads, even
So I'm
more
still
heads
singing.
turning. You're still singing.
Yeah.
This is also going to be a 10.
Wow.
Yeah,
14.
Oh, fuck yeah.
You see the knife. He was going to go and try to gut you as he proclaimed, but his head turns. A beautiful lady. And what would you like to do?
Shoot him in the fucking face.
Sick.
Right.
Give me a shooting roll. The skill for this is going to be really low because of how well you've both distracted. This is just going to be just give me a 3. Don't roll a 2 or a 1. 11. The gun's out of the holster, like in slow motion, like it had nobody else's. You see other people going to their guns. No one clears leather before you, and put one right between his eyes.
Took a life.
And he hits to the ground. But now that a
killed
gun
a
gets
man.
fired, that distraction that you had before shatters as
Try again.
chaos.
And I ramp it up. I ramp it up. I'm taking
Oh my
off.
lord!
I am removing my clothing.
Is that lady removing her clothing?
And in terms of creating a distraction,
Yeah, please.
I pull out my mountain knife. I start to skin the man that Broden just killed. To make leather pelts for later.
course.
Obviously, I'll
as
use
an
it.
intimidation.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, but to help, you've got the sexy lady dancing, you've got the guy going, look at the sexy lady, and then you've got the mountain man skinning the corpse.
Yes, okay.
of the
Can
man.
you give me a combined roll? So you're both going to roll your Tootin.
Yep.
And I think together to distract with nudity from murder and someone getting shot in close proximity.
I don't think I can stress enough
how tight your
my
body is.
Tight as fuck.
They're not ready for it, but it's still
Tight the beauty standard of the old west.
I don't know. No, but tight in a
You're
really
implying
curvaceous kind of way.
mid-2000s. Oh, yeah, that's
tight
probably-
like a Selma Hayek kind of way.
Oh wow! All right.
It's a Robert
That's
Rodriguez thing we got going on here. Yeah.
Together, you need to get it's going to be like a 20.
But don't I assist in this?
24?
Yours is a different thing.
Is
You
it?
skinning a man.
Oh, okay, I
Yes.
was supposed to help.
All
I
right.
apologize.
Come on, Zach.
24.
24 together.
Be
together.
simpatico.
You've got it.
12.
16.
16.
Oh my god, you are so tight.
As
My body is off the...
as he's like, there's people in this room that go to sprint to leave. You see like a woman in sort of like, she's got like a saloon dress on. She looks like she may have been here like helping tend the bar. She's like, oh my god, she's so tight in the body.
Your body dehydrates.
I've never felt so beautiful in my life. This is what it's like.
That's the-
I never knew.
That's the beauty of role playing.
I love this fucking Western shit.
So that though is somewhat shattered. As previously, you two could calm this room in an instant, but with someone shooting someone and then you taking out a fuck off big like knife and squat down on the body, you see a man just like who is enraptured by this beautiful dance up on
Can I
stage.
just ask, how many times have we had private conversations about how this motherfucker's a liability? Just like this psychopath.
No, I'm good. I got 2 buckets, one for guts, one for bones. All right.
I said the buckets. Rita stole our buckets.
they're under my coat.
You see a as you are down there. Can you give me a camping roll?
Yeah,
I'm gonna
yeah.
tell you this, and this is not necessarily good for you, or your group, but it is true to your character.
Oh.
So you could skin something easy. For a man like this, for every 2 you get over 6 is going to be how progressive he is going to be like skinned and butchered.
Right.
So a low roll here is you've just started to skin him at 6.
Yeah.
A high roll here is going to scale all the way up to like completely de-organed and stuff.
I got a 13.
As you start to, you've got like the guts, you're very fast. You're like guts, and then like you unzip this man using your knife essentially and pull him down, and that unfortunately shatters this,
that's
this
gross.
piece. And you see a man next to it goes, "My brother, you skinned my brother!" And he pulls a gun and he's gonna go to shoot.
I try it again. Wow, this beautiful lady.
I'd say
She's letting her hair down.
Was that gun that close? Can you pull that gun out me again?
you put it in your mouth. Okay, is anybody else trying to help with this?
I'm putting my clothes back on at this point.
You want to try and shoot?
I'll shoot. I'll try and shoot.
This guy's gonna roll. He's gonna roll his shooting skill. That's a 10.
I don't plan to use any other dice today.
Great, love it.
Just gonna shoot everything.
I'm treating my way through this,
All right,
brother.
That's a 10. I'm telling you now because you chose to put the gun in your mouth. If he rolls lower than a 10, you're going to die. Can you roll for me?
What the fuck?
Oh, it's the Old West.
My life-
You can all die.
My life is in your hands.
We're only an hour into the show.
Yes, I'm aware.
Oh my lord.
Okay,
14.
cliffhanger.
14.
You shoot him. You shoot this guy in the back of the head. Blood splatters across your face.
Yeah, but
And the gun remains in your mouth as this man drops to the ground.
Can I just say?
Did you get a 14?
Yeah. What's your name again?
my name's Winston Breakneck Abalone.
Pelt, Winston, pelt! Pelt him!
Okay, the townsfolk are as this disgusting scene. I'm gonna give one more check to you two.
Oh, Jesus.
To calm this
Treatment.
room. A combined treatment. If you want to try it again.
So I've just said, she's let her hair down, which is even more
that's-
scandalous than naked.
that's
so
above naked.
scandalous.
They're like loose hair.
And just quickly, I'm going to roll for the quality of my pelt.
Yeah,
Just
go on.
yeah. Great. 20, beautiful.
Roll again.
Oh, yeah,
If you hit
yeah,
the
yeah.
highest number, you roll again. You add them together.
13, yeah,
So
yeah,
a 33 for skinning this man.
Good
You've
pelting.
You've completely
Good Pelton.
You've not only have you pelted this man, it's a bag that
You
you've
have
created.
folded him up
Yeah.
like a
It's a
beautiful
nice tote.
fitted sheet.
It's a nice tote that says Melbourne on it.
Okay, but
Got a pocket for your phone.
Yeah.
okay.
Take it to the Preston market.
Yeah.
Can we get that? Can we get that treatment roll? The letting the hair down. You need to hit. This is getting up to some insane levels.
Two men
need
have been
to-
skinned alive.
Yeah, you need to hit a 28 combined,
Well, I've only got a 12.
but he's got a 20.
He's got a 20.
So you need to hit exceptionally high.
You did it before.
We can do it.
Come on, tighten up.
Go. 11.
10.
Unfortunately, chaos ensues. You see
So I run away.
you run.
I crawl out of the building. It's up to them.
As you start to crawl out, you see stepping over you the lawman, the marshal of this town, and his deputies. Each have been sort of hearing the gunshots out there with Winchester rifles. One of them kicks down the door, comes in and points it at you. They seemingly just are enraptured by your display of a tight bod and loose hair.
I'm putting my clothes back on at this point because we're done.
Yes.
We
tried.
We tried. We got a nice bag out of it, but we've got to get out of here.
Everybody else has fled this room.
How many sheriffs are there?
There's one marshal, and I'm going to give him
Eminem?
2 deputies.
Tommy Lee.
Marshall Mathers?
Motion?
Marsh like a cop.
Like a
Tommy
cop.
Lee Jones.
He's slightly below a sheriff. just 'cause
Okay,
it's a
one
small
marshal.
town.
We got one marshal.
Yeah.
What else?
And 3 deputies.
3
people with guns.
Is that below?
Yeah.
One marshal, 3
What do they?
deputies.
I want to,
You want to know what they want? You want to shoot the 3 of them?
but I want to hear more.
Okay.
They've
The marshal.
got
The
a gun
marshal.
on him and him.
I'll tell you what. The marshal looks like a sort of weathered man, sort of completely sort of like shock of white hair,
ABC,
white
weathered man?
mustache.
A weathered man.
Weathered man.
Weathered man.
He's quite handsome.
And
handsome and young.
he's got like a simple leather vest on. As he like kicks the door down, you see behind him sort of two men who sort of looks like fairly gangly and are wearing like leather over jackets, and then you see like another sort of broad-shouldered man in the back with red hair who's like in a dusty sort of jacket, and they immediately bust down the door and, given the horror on the floor in here, are going to attempt to shoot him on sight because a beast of a man is skinning people alive.
So how many-
So you need to
distraction
kill all 4 of these people,
4.
or they will start shooting at you.
Yeah, all right, I'm going to try and shoot all 4.
Okay, you need to hit. I'm gonna say, well,
2?
each of them has a pretty good shooting style. I'm gonna roll for each of them, and you have to beat each one.
Yeah,
Well, I have the gun as well.
You have a gun as well. If you want to make a shot as well, you
I would
can.
love to make a shot.
Okay, you can
My
make.
life is
But also,
danger.
I need you ready after these to get straight into the pelting. So like.
Oh yeah, I'll be. Yeah.
Once.
Okay, that's a 5 for the first shot. Who's taking their shot?
Who's doing it?
Well, you just
A
did.
2?
Well, no, I'll go. No, I'll go.
That's a miss.
No.
You have 1 shot.
Let us try and cheat, Zach. Come on.
No, you can do it. Make the roll. Make the roll. 2, 5. You're
Dead.
dead. As a bullet fires through your head and splatters across the back.
Why not him?
They're gonna shoot at you as well. We've got 3 more shots from the lawman. I will
I
let
don't
you
think
because
he's dead.
you have
you have
another pistol.
Yes.
Okay,
That's not bad.
it's gonna shoot at you.
What do I need to get?
You need to get over a 9. 3.
Are you gonna?
As he shoots at you, I will say, as you are skilled, you have another shot in you. I will allow you to make 1 more shot to see if that you can survive this thing. Because I'm going to say, as a gunslinger, I'll let you have 2 shots.
But the 12-foot, 2,000-kilo man is dead in 1 shot.
Squatting over a couple of bodies, you're damn right.
All right. What do I do?
Just roll.
You have to beat a 1.
Wow.
So just don't roll a 1.
The god of Bell Street came to me and allowed me to roll a 3.
Oh, Jesus.
Hell.
You do not kill the remaining lawman, but they are loading as you are shot in the shoulder. Your friend drops down beside you, and this gunfight continues. But I'll allow you 2 to do something if you want to. You see, they're going to try and put down the sharpshooter.
I don't want to shoot. That's what I'm
say
gonna
to
do,
them,
mate.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for saving us from these 2 outsiders.
Well, then the lawman, as you've been shot
Thank
in
you
the
so
shoulder-
much for saving us from these 2 outsiders.
Well, that's all right, sir.
That's smart.
Take him into custody. And they like put some manacles on you, and as you are
Hey,
dragged
that
out.
guy make a good pelt. I reckon you should make him into a pelt.
Oh, we
He's
gotta
huge.
lock this one up. I think he's long for the gallows, sir. As they pull you out, and this blood-soaked scene. That's where we're gonna end episode 1 of Rootin' Tootin' Revenge.
Mark's
You're dead. You died.
I know.
That's insane.
I know. And it wasn't even from the gun in my mouth.
So what
that
are
I
you
tried
gonna
to
do
save
now
on.
for the next
this is
fucking 3
quite the-
hours?
I'm happy to
Stick
chill.
around.
I can stick around.
On the next episode of Trope RPG.
No.
Oh!
My notes!
Give me a dice. But if someone was getting skinned
Yeah.
and I was dancing around them, I would say that person is morally questionable. The bounty on her is $100.
What's that worth in today's dollars?
My name's Lenny. I got tied to the track. Please come help me. I'm sick.
Oh, he's sick. You can shoot him. We've got.
name is Greg Larson.
Your name is Greg Larson.
I love that name.
It's a good name.
Oh, I feel established.
Can I?
20! Where do you want to hit him?
Balls.
Ow,
Come on!
Right.